Alright, what's our adventure today? We are going on the trail called Trail of the Shadows, Longmire.
Settling into history. A pioneer from the east, an explorer of the west, and a local mountain guide, James Longmire, at the age of 63, successfully climbed Mount Rainier. On this same journey, he fortuitously located the mineral springs in this meadow and announced to his family that he had found his fortune.
Longmire and his sons cleared a rough trail through virgin timber from their home in Yelm, 60 miles away, to this meadow. Here at the end of the trail, the Longmire Medical Springs Resort, an equivalent to a modern-day health spa, was opened in 1890.
Huh.
With the trail as their guide, guests arrived and legacy of James Longmire and his family was established.
Didn't know that.
We'll read this sign. I think we'll go.
I don't know. I'm gonna go that way.
We're gonna go that way.
Oh, stuff.
Nature's own laboratory. The alleged healing powers of these mineral springs, attracted many people to soak in the warm water and drink the cold tonic from earth. These are soda springs rich in sodium bicarbonate, known to bakers as baking soda, and often prescribed as an antacid. Although you can't soak in the springs today, you can experience them through your senses.
So apparently there used to be springs here,
I can kind of smell them. Can you guys smell them? Oh, we're gonna see. We're gonna see them. Look at that. It's like a modern day hot dog.
Let's see if it's hot. Do you think it's hot? No.
No?
That's really cool.
Just bubbling away. There's little benches built where you can sit down. And look at the landscape you get to look at while you're soaking in this mildly cold spring. But you notice they didn't call it a hot spring.
No, it's a healing spring.
Yeah.
Let's see what the sign says. Nature Spa. The trees to your left hide evidence of a former hotel. But before Mount Rainier National Park was established, before the road to paradise was engineered, people came via horseback through the wilderness to stay at the Longmire Medical Springs Resort, opened in 1890. Guests paid $8 per week for board and treatment at the spa. They stayed in a two-story hotel, 20 feet by 30 feet, with 5 5 sleeping rooms upstairs. Soaking in the springs or taking a sulfur plunge bath was recommended. Rubs and massages were specialties of the house. The property was sold in 1920 and the original outdated hotel was demolished and burned. That same year, the stone encasement and seating were added to the spring and more modern facilities were constructed in this area. Huh. Interesting.
Gonna go down there for a picture. We're gonna come down here and see if the beaver's been gnawing on this log. What do you think? Beavers knocked this over? I don't know. Let's see what Kimberly thinks. The beavers gnaw that tree down? The beavers gnaw that tree down? This is bubbling. So what we thought of a swamp, this is the spring right here. It's just coming right out of the ground. See? That's what we're trying to decide.
Kind of looks like gnaw marks, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does. And there's the stump right there. I see a building.
Those trees.
So this is the little shed.
So several cabins built between 1884 and 1887, now absent, stood along the trail. This cabin, originally constructed in 1888 by Icklane Longmire, Longmire's eldest son, is a shadow of the past. It is the only remaining relic of an emergent enterprise by one family to establish the first settlement in what is now Mount Rainier National Park.
The National Park Service maintains the cabin to preserve its original appearance. The Longmire dream was interrupted by the rise of more modern businesses that grew around the meadow. As a result, Mount Rainier's popularity as a wilderness park. This cabin stands to remind us that James Longmire family contributed significantly to the park's history. They were explorers, trailblazers, road builders, entrepreneurs, and mountaineers.
Cool.
Let's go see what's in this cabin.
Okay.
Sorry. It's kind of dark in here, but maybe Kimberly's got light.
Yeah, let's see if I can put some light on this subject.
So, it looks like a bed. I really wish we could see that table.
Yes.
The damp meadow and forest floors are ideal habitats for frogs and salamanders. Because their skins must stay moist, these amphibians need water or wet surfaces to survive. They used to bathe in this stuff. Called the Rusty Springs. Water flowing down the nearby stream and water rising up through this mineral spring both originate high and above the meadow and from snowmelt and rainfall. So this enclosed spring is historically known as iron mike, and this reddish pigment was referred to as mineral paint. Taking existence of these minerals, James Longmire filed a placer mining claim to assert the presence of his early settlement. Let's see if we can talk Kimmy into touching that water.
Touching it?
Yeah.
That water or some of this?
In here.
Why?
Because it'll turn you red, I guess.
That water?
Yep.
No red. See? So they call this mineral paint?
Mineral paint.
Huh? Interesting. Very cool. How long was this little walk?
3/4 of a mile.
3/4 of a mile.
And most people do this in 25 minutes. I can't believe it.
Wow. We said take pictures. Nothing like a nice little walk in the woods.
Yep, at 6:30 in the morning.
It's not.
One of our next videos, it'll be early morning.
Yeah.
Won't want to miss that one, will they?
This talks about the trees. Not only do they contribute to the life cycle of the forest when they're up and huge and standing upright, when they fall, the tree absorbs rain and holds it like a sponge so that mosses and other plants can colonize. The dead trees are called a nurse log, and it provides water and nutrients for new growth. Isn't that cool?
It is. That kind of explains why on a lot of national forest lands they don't let people come cut the deadfalls out.
Oh yeah.
Because it's good for the forest.
Yeah.
I've always wondered that.
There you go.
And now I know.
There goes the squirrels. I love it.
They were flying. Check this tree out. And this one here grew out of this big one, but it looks like it's upside down.
No, people, not aliens.
No,
Bigfoot.
that's Bigfoot right there. He grew that in this other tree. I think Bigfoot would have a hard time tipping onto these trees over upside
Oh
down.
yeah, these are huge.
But as you can see, some tipped over ones. Mother Nature didn't have any trouble. You guys see the sketchy bridge we're on?
You gotta watch your step because you don't want to trip and fall.
Yeah, they're definitely not level or even.
You don't want to fall because we have so much nurturing to do.
Yeah.
So I think we're kind of like right straight across from where we started from, kind of.
Oh, yeah.
Says the forest and meadow are different biological communities and each supports a particular combination of species. These plants and animals seldom overlap. Along this trail, where the forest and meadow meet, species of both communities survive in the same area. This is called an edge environment. An edge environment supports a greater diversity of species than either community can manage alone. Many types of wildlife, birds, mammals, insects, even amphibians, interact with the forest and meadow for food, shelter, and refuge. The trees that fall along the edge become growing platforms for forest plants and retaining walls for water where meadow plants can survive. It says, look around. You can find evidence of an edge environment. How far into the forest do meadow plants grow? How many plants can you see growing in the meadow? So that's the edge. You can see the edge where the forest and the meadow meet.
And there are different plants.
Cool.
Then you go on this side of the trail, and you
Here's
see,
the forest.
and you see forest. Very cool. And one lone little tree says, I'm gonna grow out of you.
Tree of life, huh?
Yep. We just read about that, the nourishment. And like this one right here, growing on that rock. I'm not gonna let that rock stop me.
Look how big they are.
Yep. So here's what the little one's growing out of. I gotta back up so they can see it all.
So that's what they talked about back there at the other sign, about how the dead trees actually support new growth.
So there's a few generations of growth on this one. A little tree on the left, a little bigger one on the right. Then we got some new plants growing here. I mean, I'm standing here, this thing's over 6 foot across at the base. Let's get back here with. I mean, if Kimberly will step over a little bit, that's a lot taller than we are.
Where?
If you step up there.
I step up there?
Yep.
It's tall.
Yeah. You can see it's well over 6 feet across at the base of this thing. Ooh, you got fungus for growing out of this tree? It is. You don't know how badly I want to come back after dark and do 3 knocks on one of these big trees. Let's see if I get an answer. Who else wants to do some Bigfoot hunting with me? Or I believe up here they're called Sasquatch. So, got that reddish color again, doesn't it? You guys can see the clouds rolling in. We had a beautiful day here yesterday. We could actually see Mount Rainier. I'm thinking once we get over by it, it's going to be cloud covered today.
Also, there's another trail, Longmire Viewpoint Wonderland Trail, return to Longmire. So there's other trails up into the woods.
Nice. Nice. Wonderland Trail.
There's so many hikes you can do here.
Yeah. You start on at one, we didn't even know that. So, Longmire's 2/10 of a mile this way. Yep. And what she hasn't noticed yet is the fern growing on top of that stump. So this trail here, we're kind of Very interesting. And this is a trail anyone could do.
Yeah.
Not strenuous at all. They got these little cute benches all over you can sit on. But I don't think this was one. But there is benches. But you walk 20, 30 feet and everything looks different.
So this says structural support. Trees are the bones of an old growth forest. Your bones support your body and protect your organs and store minerals. Trees provide the structure and support for multiple habitats. They protect the landscape and store nutrients. That's why I love the forest. It's life. A forest is life.
They're living beings, aren't they?
Yes.
Can you imagine if these big boys could talk? Like this one here probably said, ouch, that hurt. So we came here to Longmire because we thought it was part of the, we reminded us of the show Longmire. We watched the series. That's a totally different and historical significance to Rainier Park.
Yeah.
James Longmire. I love these.
Look how huge these are.
Yeah, tell
They're
Kimberly don't get
huge.
too close.
Yeah, they got pickers.
Like real little, but they got pickers on the leaves. I don't know if you guys can see that at home. Yeah, there they are. There's pickers on the leaves. Yeah, I got her, and I missed it. I was stuck to her.
Stuck. All right.
There's some more of that reddish gray water.
Minerals. Lots of minerals in that water.
Yeah. And today people won't drink water, but it tastes a little minerally.
Yeah, I won't.
They were drinking it here, bathing
Well,
in
you
it.
know, it's good for you.
Rooted in time. Okay, let's see if we can find one of these. It's a horsetail.
Horsetail.
Right there it is.
It said it adapted and survived for millions of years, here and around the world. It is often referred to as a living fossil. Tree-sized horsetail type fossils reveal that through a millennium, the species has not significantly changed in shape, only in height.
Huh, it kind of looks like a bamboo the way it's put together.
Interesting.
Look, if them little things fell off, it would look like a bamboo spout.
So they haven't changed in millions of years.
No, that's pretty cool. Hello. Ooh, where'd that go?
Probably not the trail.
Okay.
So this one says Life on the Edge. By 1883, James Longmire, a local pioneer and explorer, saw the beauty and the economic benefits of the mineral springs. His vision gave rise to the development and expansion of the meadow as a tourist destination.
With the establishment of Mount Rainier National Park in 1899, visitation increased as did the demand for concessions. Tent camps, an auto shop, a gas station, tennis courts, and a clubhouse were among the services that arose in Longmire Village. which is the area that surrounds you.
And today, the natural integrity of this edge environment, where meadow and forest coverage continues to evolve, preserving the history of people, plants, and animals. So there you go.
There you go, and there's our conclusion of
Shadow of the Trees at Longmire in Rainier National Park.
Yep, very easy hike.
Yes.
Recommend it to anyone?
Oh yeah, I love it.
Yep, no matter what your hiking ability is,
Right.
do this hike.
Yes, definitely.
So,
Thanks, guys.
thanks and peace out.